Hey, I'm Marie. From an early age, I thought and read about the universe, me, you, and what connects us. Lately, I came across this book, 21st Century Science and Health. I've read it. It has excellent teachings about living a God-centered life. I found out the book is a revision of a book that was written over 100 years ago by Mary Baker Eddy. Her intention for the book was that it be a guide for all people, no matter about their race, color, or creed. She revised Science and Health hundreds of times to keep it up to date. She quoted influential thinkers in her time period and discussed how God and us are one. Problem is, she uses 19th century language and idiom. Women could not vote. The Civil War was a horrible imprint on Americans, so Eddy addresses issues relevant for that time. But today's issues are different. Spiritual truth is the same forever, but it needs to be relevant to today. That is why Science and Health is revised. Cheryl Peterson generated 21st Century Science and Health, and I just found out that Peterson has completed the 4th edition. The first edition is fine, especially because Peterson used gender-inclusive language, which removed a large stumbling block for educated women of today. Today's women have rights, and we want to read words that educate us, not to conform to a man's religion, but to be the women that God meant us to be. Enough about women. The 4th edition of the 21st Century Science and Health also discusses issues relevant to today because it reaches out to all classes of people. The examples and thinkers quoted in the 21st Century Science and Health are from books I've read. They are good. They offer different points of views and are incredibly powerful. 4th edition 21st Century Science and Health addresses terrorism, relationships, health, religion, drugs, eating disorders, and genetics. By the way, Science and Health has been translated into over a dozen languages. It needed to be revised in English. I've traveled around the world, and I'm telling you, English is the world's language. There's an index in the back of the book. Listen to some of these topics and people it talks about. Pope John Paul II, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, sex, sleep, terrorism, September 11th, 2001, faith, food, justice. Anyway, 21st Century Science and Health is grounded in the science of, or knowledge of love and truth, yet is relevant to today. Thinkers quoted in the I guess this is why they do bloopers. The example and thinkers quoted in the 21st Century Science and Health are from books I've...
Oh yeah, it's really stupid.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay,
Sorry.
it's going to have to be partly open.